right, let's go over using Canva to create heading banners for websites. Often you'll want to include some sort of banner at the top of a web page, just a little bit nicer than putting a heading at the top of the page. So let's go over how to create heading banners. Now, first off, you need to decide what you want your banner to look like. So like here's an example of my banner at the top of my blog. So I've just taken a nice little background, I put a picture of myself there, drew a rectangle, added some words, and this is very simple to do in Canva, which is probably what I used to do it. So Canva is free, you can log in with the Google login. The big thing is you got to decide what size things need to be. So kind of the standard heading banner size is still about 1024 by 300. And we are on the free web headers website. I like this one because it has a bunch of headings and you can go ahead and choose one and then you can pull it up from here. You can also choose categories to filter by. So like if you like abstract things, you can click on that one and then you've got different options in there. So let's say that I wanted this rainbow one. I can click on it, right click, save image, rainbow heading, and I'll pop it into my folder. Then you can go into Canva. So if you already know what size it is, and this one's 1024 by 300, I'll go ahead and click Create a Design, Custom Dimensions, type it in, and hit Create Design. Now Canva has a couple of things it'll do for you. First off, it will give you some examples that you can go ahead and immediately use. So let's just click here. Now notice some of them are free and some of them are not. So this one here doesn't say free, this one does, and so forth. You kind of have to mouse over them to see. Now the reason some of them aren't free is either because they use a font that you're not allowed to use or they use a picture, and you can still use it if you get rid of the thing that makes it not free. I'm just going to click this one here for an example. So you can see this one has a transparent little shape and then it has this picture. So say I want to use that rainbow picture. I'll just click on this one and press delete and then go to uploads and upload the rainbow picture. So I'll go find the rainbow heading and hit open. Sometimes they don't load immediately, so if you try to use it and you get an error, don't freak out over it. Just wait a minute or two, and usually it does work. But anyway, so I can click on this and put it in there, and then grab the corners of it, and then match them up. Okay, and then of course we need to send this to the back because it's in the wrong position. All right, and there we go. And so we've got that in here, and then all you got to do is double click to change your words. My great website. Isn't this wonderful? Oops, sonderful. Isn't this wonderful? Okay. And then you still have the option, of course, to change your fonts or the sizes of your boxes. Like that's all still something that you can do. So you've got all your little boxes up here. Again, there are fonts that you would have to pay if you uploaded. But they have a lot of fonts that are just built in. So you can just choose whatever font, whatever color, whatever size that you want for those. Resize the boxes and so forth as needed. There we go. Get that to where it fits. We'll scale this down. There we go. And that's essentially the way this works. So pretty simple. If you have a transparent image that you've created or a clip art that you removed the background from, you can go into your uploads and upload it. And then you can see here, like I've got my various logos that I have, but I'll just throw this little S in here. So I can put this in here. This is my logo. And if I wanted to put that in the corner or something, I could do that. You can modify the transparency, so you can make it so that it's kind of see-through or faded into the back if you didn't want it to be super obvious or super noticeable. You can apply filters. So if I wanted it to be like kind of a grayscale color, I could do that. You can adjust the brightness. So there's a lot of different options that are built into here, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, once you get it all done, you can name it up here, and then you will hit the download button. And that's this one right here, just download. It's going to suggest a PNG. You cannot save transparent PNGs from Canva, not in the free version. So that's why it's good for headings, but it's not good for removing backgrounds because you can upload things with clear backgrounds, but you can't export something out. So PNG is good. You just hit download. It'll prepare your design. Then it will allow you to download it. And website banner and then you'd be able to download it and use it. And it'll save it into your Canva project. So if you go back to home on Canva, you should then under your designs, you'll see it. There it is, my great website. It's taking a minute right now to generate, but that's pretty much it. And so you can see all my different ones that I've created over time. Lots of different headings and so forth, and social media graphics. Canva's great for lots of different things that you can use in the internet lands. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. That's the story for using Canva. You can start from scratch. You can delete elements if you don't like some of the elements that they have. You know, if you have some of these, you can just go from scratch. So you don't have to choose one of these if you don't want to. But I will mention, if you choose one that's not free and it has non-free elements, of course, look at me right now trying to do it and I can't find one without free elements. There we go. So the reason this one is not free is because this middle picture is one that you cannot use. So it's like a Canva stock image that's not free. Or maybe the whole picture thing. But that doesn't mean you couldn't still use this example. You know, you can just delete that. And so this has a picture placeholder. And then I can use my uploads in those. So let's say, you know, I've got this for my students. This one I'll press delete. That gets rid of that picture. And we can put this one in here. And click here and press delete on this one. We can put this one in here, and then, you know, we could still use it if we wanted to. So just because it's says it's not free doesn't mean you can't make it free. And see, now remove watermark is not down here in the bottom. So we've taken off the things that would make that one not free. So just know there are more options out there. If it starts off and you like the layout of it, but it doesn't work exactly the way that you had intended. And there are backgrounds built into here, so you can use their backgrounds as long as they're free ones. You can add text simply by hitting these buttons, or there's different ones that are set up already for you. There's a lot of elements, so you can put icons. These are your photo placeholders, like these were just a minute ago with the clouds. So if I wanted to put in a picture that was in a circle, you know, I could go ahead and drag in one of these placeholders, stick it here, and then use one of my pictures and drop it into the circle. And there we go. You can double click it to edit what part is in there and then just click off. So lots of really cool options that are provided in Canva that you can use in designing your websites.